row here on the right.
Rob Lewis with VolQuest.com. Josiah, can you just, and I know it's probably too quick, but emotionally, can you just kind of sum up where you are after everything you guys have been through this year?
It's hard to put into words like the pain that I feel right now, but it's even harder to put into words like the joy and the happiness I've gotten from being around this team, this university for the past 5 years. Like, these guys mean so much to me, and I can't really describe it, but I love them. I love them so much.
We'll go to the third row here on the right.
Garrett Pogg, FS Sports. Dalton, you had back-to-back threes to make them take a timeout, and then after then they started guarding you a little tighter off the screen. What adjustments do you have to make to your game in order to get yourself open when that happens?
Just watch the film with coach and see where I could improve my game for the future and stuff like that. They made their adjustments, and I got to make my adjustments and just learn off of it.
Any other questions for the student athletes? We'll go to the back right here.
Hey, Denny Cap, Associated Press Broadcast. The question for Dalton, when you look back at this, and I know it's tough to do in the moment after, but can you feel good knowing that you went down swinging and you gave it your all and put your team on your back and got you as close as you did to getting to where you got?
I don't think I put the team on my back. I think all of us carried each other. I think every single one of us did what we needed to do, and at the end of the day, they were just the better team, and we didn't, we always were coming out swinging, and I just love these guys, and I wish we could have one more game, and I'm thankful for all these guys for accepting me for my 1 year here, as well as the coaching staff.
We'll stay here on the right side in the first row.
Larry Lage from the Associated Press. Question for Zakai. Can you share your thoughts on the game Dalton had and maybe on the surrounding cast not playing as well as it has in many games this season?
DK, he's a fighter. Every night he's going to do what he did tonight. We think he's the best player in the country. That will always be how I see him in my eyes. He's the best player in the country. Purdue, they did their thing. They won the game, and hopefully they go out and win the next game also. But we just didn't execute some stuff, and coach always told us it comes down to the little things. And we fought every guy in that locker room. We wanted to win, and I don't feel like anybody in there had any doubt in their mind that we could still win the game, or had any doubt in their mind that we going into the game that we wouldn't win. But I know everybody in there fought and did whatever they had to do and left it all out there on the floor. But just got to give it to Purdue. They did what they had to do, and they won the game.
We're going to move it over to the left side in the fourth row here near the back.
Akeem Gillespie, Indy Star. Dalton, I mean, obviously not the result you would want, but the game that yourself and Zach Edey had, just the back-and-forth battle, it seemed like every time Zach hit a basket, you kind of answered. Just what's it like to be in a game featuring two great players such as yourself and Zach?
Yeah, we were going back and forth, but I think it's for me, it's my teammates for having the belief in me to go out there and keep shooting it and keep running plays for me and stuff like that, and just having the trust to have the ball in my hands. So I think it's just credit to my teammates for making it super easy for me just to go out there and be myself.
We'll go with the second row here on the left.
Yeah, Josiah, it's always difficult, when you get to this point in the season, but has this season felt different to you, and does this feel different now, as Coach said, leaving it all out there, no regrets?
Yeah, I'm obviously proud of, everything that we were able to accomplish. This group in my 5 years of being here was the most fun to be around. We genuinely loved each other so much, and that's the hardest part sitting here right now, just not being able to go to practice tomorrow and, knowing that the season is really over. But, the relationships that we have are lifelong relationships. I just hated that, our season had to end so early.
We'll go to the third row on the right side.
Ryan Sylvia, Rivals.com. Dalton, just what's your relationship been like with Coach Barnes this year, and how beneficial has that been for you?
I would say it's by far the closest I've ever had to be with a coach. He's coached me super hard ever since I told him on my visit that I want to be coached super hard, and he's held up to his end. And he's been beyond just that. He's been helping me like off the court, on the court. He cracks jokes and stuff like that. Coach Barnes, I love him to death, and I can't thank him enough for bringing me in for my 1 year here.
Any other questions for the players? All right, thanks, guys. You can go back to the locker room. Congrats on a great season. We'll continue here for a few minutes with Coach Barnes. And we'll have 2 questions on the right coach and